Hey guys, Coffin Gaming Classics here. So if we're wanting to give a update or even a video about this is the Sega CD Model 1, the JVC rare variant. And not much online or videos on how to fix this thing or the issue, the particular issue I had. So I'm going to do my best to share my findings. So looking at this, this gray piece, so the unit I bought from eBay, the guy or the lady didn't know what was wrong with it, and the disk drive wouldn't work. So, I did what everyone else did. I replaced the belt, which is located here, and then that wasn't working either. And then I noticed that this gray piece had a broken edge towards the top here. I'll take this gear assembly out so you can see. Had a broken gear assembly right here. So I had to kind of figure out like what this did. And if you look at the bottom of the disc tray, which is what this is the bottom side, you'll see that there's this tab, and this tab, as it goes into the console, will catch this gray piece and push and engage this blue switch here. So mine was broken, so what I did was I got a zip tie that I bent, and the zip tie is 7 millimeters up on the right, 7 millimeters across, and I believe this measurement is about 10 millimeters. And that seems to be fixed for what this does. This catch also, when the disk drive is coming out towards you, it's spinning this gear this way, and we see that this black gear is not catching these teeth. But when the tab underneath the disk drive, this guy here, starts going back in, it's going to hit my fix, which is this, my zip tie. It's going to hit my zip tie, and you see that even just pushing on it slightly, it re-engages the contact between these two gear pieces. So if I do this, and then now if I start spinning it, now this assembly is what's going to raise the the laser assembly here. What was also difficult to figure out was this white. I put white lithium on here, so that's why it's white, but normally it'd be black. So this white peg also has to line up with fitting inside this track. So it was a very tedious process, and I have, I think, 4 or 5 or even 6 of these bent pieces of zip tie to get this to work. So my measurement for my particular fix is, again, 7 millimeters, I'm sorry, up here, 7 millimeters across, and then up, I think it's 10. I think it's 10 here. You want enough clearance so that it doesn't catch the edge of the disk drive. One more final note about this. It is important to have this screw. I took this out, but to have this in, because the screw that goes in here as the disk drive is coming out towards us. So imagine this is my screw that I was just talking about. So the screw is going to come across, following outwards, and then eventually it's going to hit here, this piece again, which is going to push this piece backwards like so. Let me go get an angle on it. I don't know if this is good. Oh, this has to be disengaged. I'm sorry. So once it's like this, and then now once that screw that was on the disk drive, on the back of the disk drive, touches this tab, this is going to push this forward, and you see this motion here. This is enough to tell the Sega CD, hey, I need a disk, or I need to, this in this position will give you the press reset to open message. So this blue switch is really important. This tells the Sega CD what to do in certain situations. So forward is load a disk. Neutral, I don't think you'll see anything on screen. And if the gear assembly is fully engaged, like so, you'll see that this piece is going to push that blue switch forward, like so. And then that's what's going to tell the console to start reading a disk, I believe. So I will be modeling this out in Blender to provide a STL with the community, but I wanted to get to a point where I had a prototype that was working, and now I know what the model should be like. So, yeah, hopefully this helps someone else, because I had a hard time finding out how this was supposed to be put together. Also, what's very important too is that you need clearance. You need a distance, because let me put that gear assembly back in here. So this this gray piece here, so I'm gonna push that in. And I'm very sure that this smaller cylinder goes on this side. You need clearance here because as this spins, you don't want it to rub against the my zip tie fix or whatever method you choose to do. And what's also very tight is this gap here. So this is a very important piece, this fix. And to be honest, this gear part, I don't know what this is, like a switch. I don't know what you call this, like a switch lever, I guess. So yeah, something to keep in mind. I'll show you what happens if this is on the other side. I haven't recapped this yet. That's gonna be my next thing, but this was step one, is to get to this far. All right, so here's the knob on the right, and I think this can't be here because I don't think that this will fully. I don't think that plastic, this great beer, will go back properly. Yeah, it won't. Or maybe it will. Maybe that's enough. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's really honestly doing anything, but it seems to be working if this knob is on the left side. I don't know what's the correct way, because there's been a couple of pictures online showing me something different, but yeah, I do believe that this knob will need to go on the left side. So I think that's it for this video. Hopefully this helps someone else. If you have any further questions, I've gotten extremely familiar with this disk drive, so if you have an issue, post something in the comments. I'll try to respond and provide whatever. Maybe I'll do a follow-up. There's some questions related to that. So cheers, everybody.